Okay, so here is this young lady that I spoke to earlier tonight, Kira. Kira, she has been through so much. Let me go ahead and show her a chart so that you can see what I see. So this is Kira's chart. You know, it's funny. Did a professional reading with Kira probably, she said 2 weeks before something major happened where she was, placed away from what her goals were. But she was quick to tell me that although it was something different and unique, Uranus in the first house, that she had a very spiritual experience. Neptune, most likely conjunct her part of fortune in her 12th house. So although she was in a incarcerated state, she was able to pick up good fortune, at least spiritually, from the event. On top of that, her Jupiter is actually sitting right on her Neptune right now in Capricorn, up close to her MC. In fact, look how Jupiter is about to go into her 10th house now. So even though she had to endure Pluto and Saturn going over the MC, and what that means, look, it even went over her natal Saturn. So she had a Saturn return. And during her Saturn return, she was incarcerated. It could have went up or it could have went sideways, and it went sideways. But I think she's on her way up now with Jupiter about to hit some really major focal points in her chart. And it looks like it's all up from here with Jupiter rising toward that midheaven. It's something that only comes every 12 years. It's a very positive thing. You're within 5 degrees of it hitting that midheaven. And I just hope that you take advantage of this because it means something. Another thing that you said during our call that really strikes me now is that, in a way you were protected by other women. And this moon in the 7th house does show how you have partnerships with other women. It could be enemies that are women, but basically partnerships with other women. That's what that moon there in the 7th really means. I think with the sun being in the 6th house and Venus and Ceres and whatnot, I think that you'll be able to heal from this experience, in a physical level. And also, I hope that you're able to take the energy and desire that you have to have a career and put it into your work, because your sun is there. So whatever you work toward with progress Venus and progress sun in the 6th house of work, I think you're going to be able to do a beautiful job at it. And you will shine, I think, in your work if you're able to land a job that you really want. And you're lucky with your sun naturally in the 5th house. I really believe that you're going to be able to land what it is you really have chosen for yourself. The only thing that I think that could be a problem, if you see here, your AC progressed is at 4 degrees of Gemini. This tells me over the last 6 months, it probably has been at like 3 degrees of Gemini or something of that nature. And look, your sun is at almost 1 degree. In other words, your sun was squared your progressed ascendant. And it couldn't have been easy, because it was just like no fun. Your sun is in the 5th house that wants to have fun, and your ascendant is squaring it now like, no, I shall have no fun. Not at this time. Okay, with Saturn sitting in the 10th with Pluto. All right. Anyway, I think you're going to be much better. Uranus went direct, so all the weirdness in the 1st house is probably dissipating a little, thank goodness. And I would just caution you to, work on yourself and to work on your health and just get healthy, man. And I think you got this. I do believe that planning, like strategic planning, is vital. You got Pallas on your Venus, and I would dare say, young lady, you may be strategizing in love relationships in order to get ahead. And if that is what it is what it is. I'm just saying. Anyway, girl, I love you. I hope you reach out to do another professional reading with me, because it's about that time. It's been at least 6 months almost. I guess in March, it'll be 6 months. We need to get together around March. Okay. Plus, I know that Saturn's going to be moving into Aquarius in March. So we might have to really talk about that. Okay. All right, Kira, love you, girlfriend. It was so good talking to you. So good. Okay. Now I know I got at least one.